guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome. My name is Aiden. I am so happy that you are here. Today is kind of exciting. I have a new discovery set to test out. This is from Chris Collins. And I did pick this up at Sephora for $25. It comes with one of each of his scents. I believe there's 5 in here if I remember correctly. I don't really know much about this brand. I know that they've been advertised as a Black-owned brand on Sephora, and I've seen them listed on Scentbird, but I haven't tried any of their fragrances. The purse sprays of these, or like travel sprays, are $50 a piece, and then they do have the full-size fragrances too, but I felt like this would be the way to go with the little discovery set. It does come with like a little seal here, and then it has like another seal there. Inside you have them in a little velvet pouch. You have some black tissue paper, and then you also have a little bit on the back. The presentation, I think, is really good. Before we get started, if this is your first time watching, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. Please do consider subscribing. I do a fragrance video every single Friday, and then I have other videos throughout the week as well. Sometimes I throw in a haul that has beauty and perfume in it, or fragrance. If you would leave me a comment down below, that would be awesome. I want to know what your thoughts on this house are. If you know more about it, let me know that as well. And then also, don't forget to give this a like if you enjoyed it, or a dislike. It really does help out small YouTubers so very much. So I am going to pull up these fragrances on Fragrantica. I don't think that all of the ones that I have here are listed on Fragrantica though. So here's the little pouch. It does say Chris Collins on it. And then you have your little vials. I have 5 of them here. So the ones in here are Long Kiss Goodnight. Then we have Danse Sauvage. Then we have Citrus Grandice. And Lost in Paradise. And finally, Harlem Nights. So looking on Fragrantica, they have 7 fragrances listed. 2 of them... No, they have 9. Sorry. Had to do a little bit more math. So 3 of these are, or 2 of these are listed on here. The other 3 aren't. So we'll start with those, and then I'll hop over to the Sephora website so I can give you some of the note breakdown. So we'll start with Harlem Nights. So Harlem Nights was created in 2017, and it's supposed to be for women and men, according to Fragrantica. Get a little spray out there. And the perfumer is Laurent Marone, M-A-R-R-O-N-E. This one is interesting. I can definitely see how it could go. Like, it isn't overly sweet, but it isn't overly like masculine, like the typical masculine scent notes that you traditionally find. It's kind of warm. It smells a little boozy, a little, not quite smoky, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's like tobacco in there. So the notes are rum, nutmeg, saffron, cloves, grapefruit, and lemon. Maybe it's the cloves that I'm smelling. Middle notes are patchouli, orris root, cedar, and jasmine. Base notes are sandalwood, vanilla, musk, and vetiver. I don't know, like, it's not like a sweet tobacco, but it's definitely... It has a little bit of like that comforting quality that tobacco has in fragrances. I would definitely say it's more of a cool weather fragrance. I couldn't see myself wearing this in warm weather, but I do see myself wearing this, which is, you know, if you've watched me, you know that I like very traditionally feminine fragrances. Unisex tends to be a little strong for me most of the time, but this one... And it could be that I'm thinking tobacco because it kind of reminds me of like the comfortingness of Elizabeth and James Amethyst. There's just something there that's just warm and inviting, but also earthy. Like, I'm getting that orris root in there. And the vanilla is definitely playing a part too. So yeah, it's really nice. I think this one is really interesting. I unlike anything I've smelled, like, you know, there's elements that kind of remind me of different things, but it feels very different than anything in my collection. So yeah, Harlem Nights, one that I'm excited to spray and to explore more of. All right, next up is Danse Sauvage. This one obviously caught my attention because of the word dance in there. As a lifelong dancer, as a ballet dancer, I did other disciplines of dance as well, but just anything dance always kind of immediately captures my attention and I want to look more into it. This was also released in 2017, and when I started reading about it, I read that it was based on like the legacy of Josephine Baker, who was an amazing dancer, really just, you know, kind of a legend. So this one was really interesting to me. This is also men and women. This is very strong. I can already tell you, I don't see myself wearing this one, even though I love the idea of it. So the top notes are cognac, plum, and saffron. Middle notes are pepper, chili pepper, nutmeg, and rose. And maybe it's the peppers that are. And then we have cedar, agarwood, which is oud, vanilla, amber, and patchouli. And I think it's the chili pepper in there that's just a little bit off-putting to me. It's a warm scent. Like it's, and I'm getting the oud in there, which is not, you know, sometimes oud, I don't necessarily not like oud, but sometimes it can be too much for me. But I really think it's the chili pepper in here. And it's probably the chili pepper mixed with the saffron. I don't normally like saffron in fragrances. It's just not, it kind of makes it off-putting slightly to me. So unfortunately, this is not one for me. It's burning my nose a little bit. I feel like this one has much more of a presence than the Harlem Nights. Like the Harlem Nights is more mellow and just, I don't know, smooth. Like it felt like a very smooth scent. This one, it feels like it's in your face. It has a presence. It's going to, you're going to notice it. So yeah, Danse Sauvage, unfortunately, is not for me. But I love the story behind it. All right, I've switched over to Sephora, and I had 4 of these in my loves list. Lost in Harlem, Harlem Nights, not Lost. Harlem Nights was the only one that wasn't in my loves list, which I think is really funny. So we next have Long Kiss Goodnight. I'm assuming it's a newer fragrance. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it because I don't have that information, like who the fragrance, fragrantician, that is not the word. The perfumer, who the perfumer is. And I should say on that Danse Sauvage, I wanted to tell you the perfumer. The perfumer on Danse Sauvage was Marie Patricia Hurrell, Hurel. Okay, so that took me forever to get it to load. I looked on his website. These next 3 don't seem to be on his website. And I only see them on Sephora, so they could be other places. Anyway, the next one I was looking at is Long Kiss Goodnight. The notes are, I'm just going to read the description. Long Kiss Goodnight blurs the boundary between mysterious and approachable with a burst of bright tropical passion fruit intermingling with bittersweet coffee bean. Lifelike rose and amber create a plush atmosphere where a resinous oud lingers in your memory like a romantic embrace. And yeah, I'm getting those things. I'm getting the peony in there. It's very sweet and floral, like that florally sweetness of it. I'm getting like a little bit of the spiciness, like not the spiciness, but like the smokiness that oud can bring. And I'm getting the coffee come here and there. It's sat for a few minutes while I was trying to find these notes because I tried to pull them up on the app under my loves list, and they wouldn't open, they wouldn't load, and I thought that was very weird. So finally I got one of them to load. This one is pretty. I'm gonna say Harlem Nights is still my favorite, but this would probably be my second favorite out of, you know, the 3 that I've tried. I could see myself trying this one. I mean, obviously I'm going to try this one out and see, because sometimes like agarwood, or incense just is so overpowering on my skin that I can't stand the scents because that's all I smell. I'm hoping that that won't be the case with this one though, because that passion fruit and peony is really pretty. Yeah, and when you definitely get like that bright sparklingness at the top, and then it kind of settles into something much more deep. It's really pretty, actually. So yeah, this one I think would be a really interesting fragrance to get to. All right, next up is Citrus Grandice. So I'm just going to read the fragrance description since their notes are not as comprehensive as on Fragrantica. So this fragrance is bright and radiant. Pomelo and citrus notes accentuate the wearer's natural charisma, while sharp herbaceous verbena and earthy woods ground the scent and project confidence and maturity. This fragrance is as serious and playful as you are. So I'm hoping this will be good. Oh, I do like it. Definitely get the citrus, get the vetiver. It almost gives me like a burning cannabis note to it. I mean, I've never done any of that stuff, but like I've been around places where I'm like, what does that smell? And somebody's like, don't you know what that is? It kind of reminds me of that just a little bit. I like it. Like the citrus is really nice. I really like citrus fragrances usually. Like I have so many of the Atelier colognes because of that citrus that's prominent. But it does feel grounded with that vetiver in there too. Yeah, this one's another winner. It's a little safer of a blind buy for me just because Long Kiss Goodnight has that oud in it, and that could turn funny on me. So I would say Harlem Nights, Citrus Grandice, those are two for sure that I would consider purchasing once. I mean, I'm lucky that I get to test them out. But I feel like those are both pretty safe blind buys, and then the other one's not quite as safe. But the travel spray being $50, that's still pretty pricey. And then also the bottles are $175, so they're up there in price. So with these, they seem to be categorized into different colored bottles for different collections. So maybe this collection just isn't on his website yet. These are all white bottles. These last three that I'm talking about, the first two were in black bottles. This last one is Lost in Paradise. I'm going to read the notes. So it says, like salt spray off the Caribbean Sea, Lost in Paradise transports you with coconut water and marine notes. Warm, languorous ylang-ylang contrasts with the wanderlust provoking scent of salted musk. Wear this fragrance to summon a feeling of peacefulness and possibility. It also, it does list peach skin as a note, which is interesting. Oh, I definitely get coconut. And I'm getting some of that ylang-ylang in there. This one, oh. I would say this is my favorite now. Oh, it is. This is good. This is very light, very beachy. So if you don't like beachy scents, this is not for you. But this has, you get the coconut in there, but it's more than just coconut. And I don't always like ylang-ylang, but it's not as prominent here. I'm getting that, that musk, that salted musk is definitely in there, and the coconut. Oh. Okay, now that I have tried them all, just first initial impressions, I'm going to tell you which one I am most interested in to least interested in, and you might, judging up by that, go the exact opposite of me if you have, don't tend to go the same for fragrances that I do. So I would say in last place for me is Danse Sauvage, which is sad because that's the one I was most excited about. It was too much for me. It kind of burned my nose. I think it's that chili pepper and that saffron together just were off-putting and were not a good fit for me. And then I would probably put Long Kiss Goodnight next. I liked this one and I thought it was really pretty, but I'm a little nervous about that oud. So this one I will proceed with caution. We'll see how it goes out. Then I would probably put we're going to go with Citrus Grandis. I liked this one. I thought it was good. It is one that I'm interested in trying. I don't know if it's worth $175 for me, if it's like that groundbreaking enough, or if I would wear it enough to justify that. Then I would do Harlem Nights, like very unusual, very nice. It was smooth and just, I don't know. I feel like it's what I wanted Jazz Club to be, or, you know, by Replica. It just more my speed than that one was. And then I'm going to put Lost in Paradise as my favorite because, oh my gosh, this smells so good. This is definitely a fragrance that I could see myself wearing and, you know, layering with other fragrances and just getting a lot of use out of. So I don't think for $5 a piece this was bad, because at least with Sephora you can get free shipping, which is always nice, you know, and I paid, you know, less. I paid $1 less per sample for significantly less of a sample, and they weren't in sprayers. So that's really nice. I like that they were all in sprayers. I like that you got a little bit of luxury from this. Like you have the nice little velvety pouch. You have the luxuriousness of the packaging. With Sephora, you know, $25, you're always going to get a bonus beauty offer, at least here in the States. I don't know like what's going on with other countries. So I feel like this was a good deal, and I would recommend getting this discovery set. I was pleasantly surprised with the scents. They're not scents that you can like go out and find usually pretty easily. I'm going to go now on to my Scentbird and maybe add if they have any of these. I think they had Harlem Nights maybe. Let me look. I'll be right back. Okay, so just looking at Scentbird right now, it's over on my computer over on the site. They have Danse Sauvage, which seems to be a normal thing that they carry. Then they have Harlem Nights, which is a limited edition or limited time available. And they also have Renaissance Man, which I believe is a traditionally male fragrance. It's not considered unisex. It's not listed under unisex. And it is also limited time. So that is another option if you don't have them available on Sephora. If you have Scentbird, you could try it there as well. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this brand. Have you tried them before? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.